could we be seeing Bitcoin on the verge of a major breakout? And does that mean that we also could be seeing the altcoins making a run shortly thereafter? We're going to dive into more details in this. We have an article from Cointelegraph. I'll have a link to that down in the description below. And as of the time of me recording this video, just like this title of this article says, Bitcoin is right around that $23,500 range. So guys, I am not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. Everything I'm sharing is my own opinion, is my own research. I highly encourage you to go do your own research. And with that being said, let's go ahead and dive on into the news. And first up here, we have Bitcoin clings to $23,500 as trader says Bitcoin identical to the 2022 breakout. Bitcoin is far from turning everyone bullish, but several sources point to classic bull market structures now in place on Bitcoin price charts. Bitcoin circled $23,500 on February 4th as bulls refused to give up support in out-of-hours trading. Bitcoin price conjures 2020 memories. Data from Cointelegraph Markets Pro and TradingView showed Bitcoin USD holding a narrow range in place since the February 3rd Wall Street open. Macroeconomic data releases from the United States provided modest volatility but no overall trend change as traders bided their time heading into the weekend. Opinions on the longer-term outlook were mixed, however, with some maintaining that there was little reason to trust that Bitcoin's rally would continue. Seeing $50,000 calls already on Bitcoin, and we have yet to complete a higher high and higher low market structure change. Popular trader Crypto Tony summarized in part of a tweet on the day. More optimistic was fellow trader Credible Crypto, who doubled down on a theory that compared current Bitcoin price action to that of late 2020, just after Bitcoin had passed its old 2017 all-time high. Price action has developed beautifully off our lows, mimicking the bottom formation that preceded our last impulse from 10,000 to 60,000. Current consolidation, circled in green, also looks identical to PA from that impulse, he wrote in an update to a corresponding Twitter thread. Bitcoin may continue to pump while most wait for a pullback. Others were concerned about a turnaround in the fortunes of the US dollar, which could impact risk assets across the board if it were to continue. The US dollar index, or DXY, was ringing up alarm bells for popular trader Blunts, who revealed a segue into stable coins. After such a long and deep sell-off, do we think the DXY is already done on the upside? I don't. A lot of shorts to squeeze yet. Macro investor David Brady commented about the dollar's decline from the 20-year highs in quarter 3 of 2022. The RSI poised for bullish continuation. Focusing on monthly timeframes, meanwhile, trader and analyst Rect Capital eyed a potential cue for Bitcoin to dip before continuing higher. This came in the form of its Relative Strength Index, or RSI, which in January bounced from all-time lows to reclaim a key support level. While acknowledging that historically Bitcoin markets, quote, haven't really seen double bottoms in RSI, he argued that there was still a chance that a higher low could come next. Now, just reaffirming and keeping these levels consistent and stable, that's what we really want to see for bullish continuation, he concluded in a YouTube video released on February 3rd. A Twitter survey from Rec Capital likewise delivered a narrow consensus that a dip should come for Bitcoin USD. Okay, now my thoughts on all of this. Let's go ahead and pull up the price chart here. So we can see with that of Bitcoin, on the weekly, we have passed above, and we've been hanging out above this nice little green line here. So that is the shorter time frame. That's the 20 moving average. And then we have the 200 moving average, which we're getting much, much closer here. We can see that in the last week, we did almost touch that, pushing to a high right around $24,300. And it has pulled back since then. Some selling pressure, dropping down to $22,500-ish and coming back up to where we are now at $23,400. So let's go ahead and swap this over to the daily. Looking at it on the daily, it does appear as if we've been in a little bit of a consolidated space now for a little bit over a week. And as we continue to roll out here, we're getting ready to move into the next week, right? So going back over to the 1 week charts, If we pass above this longer range time frame, the 200, this should be quite bullish, and there's definitely a real opportunity to pop off and look very good. We had a little bit of a fake out here that did take place, but keep in mind that we had this descending action movement from the 20 moving average, whereas now we're actually seeing an uptick. So that 20 moving average crossing over, that's going to be like probably, I would say, the biggest bullish sign that we have based off of what we're looking at from these indicators. We go back in time. I mean, basically, the green line, that 20, has been above the yellow line for a very, very long time. We are talking about years and years and years, right? So the fact that it crossed underneath that doesn't really appear that great, but let's just be real. The circumstances of last year, especially since 2020, it's been highly unusual. We had a global pandemic, we had supply chain issues, there's a major war that's broken out. On top of that, too, you have some of the leading figures inside of the crypto space that had rug pulls, that had mismanagement of user funds, and had large rippling effects across the board. And guess what? Even after all of that, did Bitcoin go to zero? No, it didn't. It didn't. And it held its ground here for a while. Now we're starting to see some upwards momentum. People are becoming more optimistic. It is a new year, new opportunities, new fresh perspective view on things. And we're also seeing good information coming out from the United States government in regards to unemployment rates, in regards to a lowering of the interest rates, things along those lines. So because of those, I think that a lot more people are starting to say, okay, you know what? We might actually be able to start working our way towards here a bull market. Okay, let's go. And we can see, guys, it is making momentum. It is looking good. Is it a potential fake out? Anything is technically possible. Anything is technically possible. Again, as usual, I mentioned this. You could have a news event that throws a wrench into this equation that we just didn't see coming. That could technically take place. All these people that are doing these options contracts, they could be overextending themselves. People might be trying to leverage themselves too hard, and then boom, next thing you know, it gets a major pullback. But overall, my personal opinion, I'm looking at this and I'm optimistic. I think that we're making some good progress here. On the weekly, we do see a red candle suggesting some selling pressure. Yes, we had some strong movements up over the course of the last 4 weeks, the last month, and having some pullback is normal. How much we're going to see, again, I don't know. Maybe we'll see another week or a couple weeks here where everything's just kind of going along sideways, but I wouldn't be surprised if this actually makes a run. We're so close to this yellow line. The green line's pulling up as well. I'm saying yellow and green lines, but I'm talking about the 200 moving average and the 20 moving average. And the closer that these two get, I think the more that people are going to have a lot of excitement in wanting to try and get in, and that could help drive it over the top there. Let us know what you guys think. I have, again, the link to the article down in the description below. Would love to get your guys' opinion on this. And also, thank you so much to my Patreon supporters. A double shout out thank you to WeLoveSafeMoon.com, Victor Vegas, SafeMoon Oz for being higher level patrons. And thank you also to my YouTube members for your support. If you guys are new to the channel, don't forget to hit subscribe, hit the thumbs up like button. God bless, and we will see you in the next episode.